The Buffalo Bills have just found their next big superstar. They have been looking for a player like this for the past 5 years, and they have finally found him. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bills Digest. I'm your host, Anthony Senicar. And the same way we all smash those little bets come Sunday time, I want you guys to smash that like and subscribe button. Because you know what? We've been doing some stats diving here at Bills Digest. And take a look at this. 97% of you guys who are watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. Join the army. Stay in touch here at Bills Digest with all your latest Bills news, Bills topics, everything Buffalo Bills related. And let's enjoy this crazy ride of a season together because you know what? It's just getting started. Well, people, I want to talk about a man today that the Bills have finally found. A man who has become the next big superstar of this Buffalo Bills team. A player and man that the Bills have been trying to find a replacement for these past 5 years. That man is Khalil Shakir. The Buffalo Bills, for the past 5 years, have been trying to find a replacement for Cole Beasley. It is something from that 2020 and 2021 Bills team that the Bills have not been able to find and replace. They even brought in Cole Beasley 2 years ago to replace Cole Beasley. Did not turn out well. Well, Buffalo, we have found our replacement. And that man is Mr. Khalil Shakir. I want to give this man his flowers. He has stepped up big time. He is the next big receiving superstar for the Bills. Let's take a look at his season stats. 65 receptions, 735 yards, 11 yards per reception. That's a first down per reception. 3 touchdowns, 538 yards after the catch. He has 735 yards in the season. 538 of those are yards after the catch. Yards after the catch per reception, 8.3 yards. That is almost a first down. 83% reception percentage, and 1 drop on the season. He did break the set an NFL record this past season. Most consecutive passes caught in NFL history. People, this man is a superstar in the making. This man is a yak monster. Cole Beasley was great. I will give you that. He was a reliable target for Josh Allen, but he would catch that ball and he would drop. The Bills obviously have had a yak problem these past 5 years. These years with Josh Allen, they have not had anybody that had a crazy amount of yak. It is something the Bills need. It is something they finally have. Josh Allen could not do it all himself. You got to be able to trust your receivers to get yak. And let me tell you, Khalil Shakir is that man. I want to break down some game passing chart or receiving charts and just kind of show you guys how pivotal this guy is to the offense. So let's take a look at that. Obviously, we'll start off with the Jacksonville game. Look at that. He had 72 yards receiving, and he had 77 yards after the catch. The guy had more yards after the catch than receiving yards. How is that possible? Obviously, if you guys take a look at this, the receiving yards or the after the catch of the green lines, look how many yards he had at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage. 1 at the line of scrimmage, 3 of them behind the large line of scrimmage. The guy is creating plays himself. It is ridiculous. Let's take a look at the Seattle game. Another big game for Shakir here. 107 yards receiving, 90 yards after the catch, 10 targets, 9 receptions. Again, look at the catches behind the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them behind the line of scrimmage. All of them were around 10 yards. It is ridiculous what this guy is doing. Let's take a look at the Kansas City game. Another big game he had. 70 yards receiving, 56 yards after the catch. Look at that. 2 more receptions behind the line of scrimmage. 2 of them, 1 for 10 yards, another one for 27 yards. This guy is ridiculous. This guy's a monster, man. And then we'll take a look at the San Fran game. Obviously, was a big snow game, but again, 30 yards receiving, 25 yards after the catch. It is ridiculous. And then obviously this past Sunday, the big game against the LA Rams. Take a look at this. 106 yards receiving, 55 yards after the catch. Obviously, that big touchdown reception that led to a touchdown. And again, that play was ridiculous. If you guys remember it, he had the two players that coming in on him, and he just broke the seam in between them and just kept running. It was a video game-like play. The speed on this guy is ridiculous. The yards after the catch ability is ridiculous. He is second in the league behind Jamar Chase in yards after the catch. Jamar Chase is a top 5 receiver in this league, and Khalil Shakir is on pace with this guy on yards after the catch, and Jamar Chase is known for yards after the catch. It is ridiculous how quickly this guy is ascending into NFL ranks, into NFL conversations as a top 10, top 15 receiver in this league. In my opinion, he's the best slot receiver. He's the most reliable receiver in the league. I mean, the guy set an NFL record for most consecutive passes caught. This man is the perfect Cole Beasley replacement, adds another wrinkle to his game that Beasley didn't have, obviously, the yards after the catch. The Bills have been trying to find a replacement for this man for the past 5 years since Beasley left, and they have him. And the same way the Sabres found a superstar with Tage Thompson, I'm just going to compare this to hockey talks because, you know, it's kind of the same thing. You have to sign this man before he has another crazy season. Because let's take a look at his contract right now. He's obviously on a rookie contract, but this is what Sports Tack has him guesstimated for, $18.8 million. And that is right now in his big breakout season. Comparable contracts for him were Darryl Mooney, Nico Collins, who the Texans obviously signed before he really exploded, DJ Moore again with that contract with the Bears, and then obviously Jalen Waddle. Again, Shakir is 24 years old, so again, lots and lots of time left for him to keep on growing, keep on expanding. But again, the same way the Sabres did with Tage Thompson, signing him before he really blew up, you got to sign Shakir this offseason. You have to get him between obviously that $16, $18 million range, because he is pivotal to this team. Beane, you have to make it happen. Now, again, let's take a look at the stats comparison between these guys with these contracts. Obviously, Shakir's along the same thing. The yak is what's making him better through the season. He's getting better and better. Obviously, in my opinion, he's obviously better than Darryl Mooney. Nico Collins and DJ Moore are both number 1 receivers. So again, Shakir's, again, quote-unquote, a number 1, but obviously Keon's still going to grow, and I still see him taking another receiver in this draft. So I would kind of compare him to that Jalen Waddle. Kind of just below Jalen Waddle, I think, is a good comparison for Shakir's stats as well as Shakir's contract. Again, that $18 million range, I'd like to get a little bit lower, maybe 16 or 17. Just because, again, Josh's contract's growing. They're going to have to restructure Josh. But again, if you get him at this 5 years, 4 years at $18 to $17 million a year, you can still move money down the line. You obviously have money coming off the books with Trey White, with Stephon Diggs in his $30 million. Again, you can also cut Von Miller this offseason if things don't pan out. That opens out more cap space. But the Bills have been notorious for giving contracts to guys who deserve it and guys who they drafted. At Oliver, they signed. Spencer Brown, they signed, and that Spencer Brown contract's looking good. Dawson Knox was another guy that they signed. Again, not all of them work out, i.e. the Dawson Knox, but the Bills were not expecting to get Kincaid when they did. So again, it is what it is. But again, the Bills have to re-sign Khalil Shakir, and it is crazy the trajectory of this guy's career, because at one point, about a year and a half ago, there were points at training camp where people thought Khalil Shakir was not going to make the team because, again, he was a later round pick. Guys really didn't know. And now look at him. He is the Bills' number 1 receiver. He is a yards after the catch beast. He is a perfect Cole Beasley replacement. He is Josh's most reliable target. And the offensive passing game runs through Khalil Shakir. So Brandon Beane, get it done. Re-sign this guy. Sign him this offseason. Get a nice contract, nice terms on him, because you know what? We are going to regret it. If he has another season like this next year, he is going to demand upward of $23 million. And again, with having a quarterback like Josh Allen and the massive contract you have, you do not want to walk into the same situation where you have to let guys walk because your quarterback is taking up so much money. But that was a conversation I wanted to have today, guys. Tell me your thoughts below what you think we should do with Khalil Shakir. Like, subscribe, and as always, guys, go Bills.